hard work a natural byproduct instead of it being a choice. I'm a firm believer that however talented you are, a hardworking person will always beat you to the punch. Do you believe in that? Well, in this episode, I want to talk to you about probably 8 reasons why hard work beats talent every single time. You ready? Let's go. Most important thing when it comes to hard work is that when you put in the work, it creates a feeling of being full of gratitude. When you have that natural talent, you can easily take your talent for granted. Let's say you're an athletic person. Let's say you're a very good swimmer. But the thing is, you're too lazy to get up every morning, like get up at 5 a.m. to practice your craft. Just take Michael Phelps. He wakes up religiously at 3:30 in the morning every day for a year before the Olympics even start. And that's his natural habit that, he wakes up at 3:30 in the morning and he's done 20 laps already, even before the sun rises up. He has talent, but at the same time, he has gratitude. He's thankful for the skills because as a swimmer, you need to have a certain body shape and he fits into that mold. Not everyone can be a great swimmer because you need a certain type of body, broad shoulders, the length of your torso and such, and your feet as well. It has to be really meant for swimming. Just like people who are into acrobats or like basketball players. They have a certain mold in terms of their fit. Football players, if you have natural talent or you have that gift ready that you have, hard work is really different. It leaves you being grateful for the process and the outcome that comes with it. Because if you work hard at trying to achieve what you want to achieve and then you get it, you're more grateful that you've received it, that you've seen the results out of it instead of you being born with it, with that skill. Learn how to be grateful every day because someone else would really want to have the life that you have. Don't take for granted what's your moneymaker, your skill. Let me know in the comment section. Next thing is that hard work creates discipline. When you work hard, you have discipline. Why? Because discipline will equal to your freedom. Let me explain. The only way you can become a disciplined person is to put in the work every day. You don't put in the work whenever you feel like it. Kung trip-trip mo lang. When you want to do it like, okay, I want to practice my craft when it comes to this. Today or tomorrow, I don't want to do it because I'm too lazy for it. As I always say, when there are days that you are not motivated and dedicated to what you want to do, what's going to take you to the next level is your discipline. I don't care how talented you are, but if you don't have the discipline for it, then you're not going places. Here's what you can do. Wake up 30 minutes earlier than you usually do. Let's try an hour. Write down 3 big things that you think you are good at that you can build up on and work nonstop until you think that there's really huge progress already. Small progress, that's fine. But when you see there's big progress, don't think that you're done. You're not done yet. You're always going to be a constant work in progress. You will outwork anyone around you. I promise you that. If you keep doing that every day without looking for short-term gratification, exchange that for delayed gratification. Hard work will always create discipline in you. You know the word grit? The word grit, hard work creates grit. Let me explain what grit is. Grit is when your persistence meets your passion. Angela Duckworth, I think, wrote it in her book Grit that when you have persistence and it joins together with your passion, it creates success for you in whatever you're trying to do. Talent brings easy wins, but never consistent wins. I mean, talent can bring you only as far as it can go. But if you're hard working at it, that talent that you have can bring you to greater heights. Without hard work, talent will eventually fade. For example, if you're athletic, like a basketball player, your prime would be around 27 to 33 years old. When you reach like 34, 35, you start to decline. That's a normal decline for athletes. And then probably retire at 40 or 38. But the hard work that you put in to change your game, like remember when Michael Jordan retired? He was very athletic, but when he came back from retirement to do his second three-peat championship, he mastered the mid-range game and he didn't need to be super athletic. So he evolved from there. It's his passion and his persistence to actually win that helped him bring to, being what we consider being the greatest of all time. You can't always rely on talent alone because your talent will fade. Your skills will fade. But you can be the person who is driven that nothing can stop you. You can be that person that feels like he is driven that no one can stop you, like no one can stand in your way. And that, my friend, is true grit. Number 4, hard work will create good work ethic. Why? Because There's things that we could learn from probably our parents who are hardworking. Like I would say my dad as an example. My dad always told me to just always show up. Here's a fun fact. If you checked my school records from grade school to high school, you know how many times I was absent? 4 times. And those 4 times, I really could not get up from bed because I had super high fever or it was just a ridiculous thing that I was needed. I remember in grade 5, I had to be absent because it was my interview for the US Embassy, something like that. I remember that. That was the only absent time in grade school. And then 3 other absences because I was just really sick. My dad always told me that even if you don't feel like going to school, you have to go to school because you just need to show up. Because you would still pass compared to someone who's always absent, who's smarter than you, that memorizes better than you in school. That's why I passed school because I wasn't absent. When the time came that there were exams, I was there. And even if I didn't get a perfect score, I was there and I didn't have to take the exam sometime else. I didn't have the need to cut classes and such because I knew where I wanted to be in school. The thing is, I regret not doing my best when I was in school. Maybe because I was bored, because probably like in college I was already making money, doing my own business, but I regret the fact that I did not do my best because if I did my best, I probably had better grades, but will that affect my life? That's a different story. And another thing is that I always learned something new daily when I was in school. You know, the first time you learned about Philippine history or something about math or science, it's probably the first time you heard about it, most likely in school. Periodic tables, history, lessons about English language or your Filipino language and such. Maybe I don't use the lessons today as often as we do, but it sets the foundation for you. It creates better work ethic. What's this first class in school? GMRC? Is that GMRC? Wherein it promotes good manners and right conduct. It promotes a way for you to have better work ethic, that you need to be a follower first, follow rules, then you can make your own rules eventually because you are under a house. Work ethic is something that is built daily. It's not something that you just learn out of the blue just because, you want to have good work ethic. No, it takes time for you to develop that good work ethic. It took me a long time to have very good work ethic. I mean, I used to wake up in my 20s not knowing what I wanted to do for that day. Imagine waking up every day having no sense of purpose why you wake up every day. And that's why, remembering my 20s, I felt like, I was just going with the flow. I didn't have good work ethic. Work ethic is something that you build daily because of the habits that you have. Just remember this, it doesn't just happen. You have to work on it. Hard work over talent always creates passion. When you're hardworking, it creates a deeper emotion of you being passionate about the things, not just what you're good at, but something that you like. I wake up every day ready to rock. In my phone, I'll show you my phone. What's on my phone? It says, ready, set, let's go. On my phone, I have this reminder that when I wake up, I'm ready. Before I leave the door, I look at my phone and say, ready, set, let's go. Because it means that I'm ready to roll. Because I'm passionate about when I go out of the house, I'm gonna do great things. Not just for me, but for the people around me. I'm not there to just exist. I don't feel like I was born to just fit in. I wanted to stand out. Does that mean that you should also? Yes. But the question that you need to ask yourself is how? How do you become passionate about what you want to do? I would say that you always want to pursue whatever you're passionate about. Because that passion, even if you're not talented, combining with a little self-awareness, I know you can't be a basketball player already like me. I can't be a professional basketball player at age 40. That's not gonna happen. Like, my athletic abilities have left me in my 20s already. 2 ACLs in my knee will not tell me that, I can be a professional athlete. Even if I wanted to become a basketball player, it will never happen. You can still pursue your passion. If your passion is still about basketball, you can do something that's related to basketball. You can be a consultant for basketball. You could be, a shooting coach. You don't need to be the athlete yourself. You could be a sports agent, something close to what your passion is, because that's what you like to do. Be around what you really want to do. Every day won't be easy for you, but I can tell you this, it will be worth it because you're doing something that you're passionate about every day. Instead of wasting your time doing work for someone else in exchange for money. Passion makes hard work a natural byproduct instead of it being a choice. Chase passion because I know that in the end, you will not regret it. Next thing is that hard work creates perseverance. What's perseverance? What happens when you fail? Do you stop or do you reassess and then do it again? If you only have talent, you're gonna give up. When you have talent, you'll just give up, right? When you fail, for example, you lose championship in basketball, you're the best player, you miss the shot, you stop, you don't want to do it again because you lost it for your team. That's what you think because you don't have perseverance. That's the word. If you have talent, you just give up. But if you have hard work, you keep moving. Remember, again, I'm going to make Michael Jordan an example. He was cut off from his high school varsity team just because he wasn't what the coach needed. But if he didn't have perseverance, he didn't have motive, he wouldn't try to be a better player in high school. He would have quit Laney High School and just focus on second love, baseball. Perhaps we wouldn't know who would be the greatest of all time if he stopped playing basketball. Imagine that. It's just simple. When you put in the work, no amount of resistance can stop you because no one could stop him. If he wanted to become the best because he has perseverance, who will stop you? Is someone gonna guard you at your house from practicing at 5 in the morning? Is there? No. Is there someone stopping you from learning a new skill every day? No one can stop you because you're persevering on your own. That's why when you're trying to persevere on your own, you have to be quiet about it. You have to be quiet when you're failing. Why? Because no one wants to see you succeed. Perseverance is built over time and really forged into failure. That's why, earlier I told you guys that failing is important right now in your age. If you don't fail, you won't have this great success stories when you get into your 30s and your 40s that, remember in my 20s, my work sucked balls big time. And looking back, I would laugh at how I think before my work was great compared to whoever. And looking back, that was my shittiest work back then. And now I'm looking at something even greater than what it is now. Do something today that you'd be proud of in the future. That's perseverance. It's done by hard work. And lastly, hard work will always create opportunities for you. Let me explain why hard work will create opportunities. So most people call hardworking people lucky. Successful people, they're lucky. He's just lucky because he got that opportunity to work with another guy. No one will give you that opportunity if you're not good. No one gives you opportunity because, you're lucky. No. You need a little luck for sure. Probably 5%. The rest, it's your hard work and it will pay off eventually. When you put in work, people will see it. It's because the people only see the results. When you're best player, you hit the game-winning shot. They only know that you hit the game-winning shot, but they didn't know how many hours you put in to practice that game-winning shot over and over and over again. Just like in boxing, any sport. They only see the results, but not the hours that you're able to put in. Great ones, they do work even if no one is looking at them. Not the hours, not the days, or the years that you put in. That's why, some athletes cry after they won a medal or won a championship because they cry their hearts out from all the pain and suffering that they did. Who's their gold medalist for weightlifting, Heidelin? You know why she cried? Because she doesn't want to do that work again because she worked so hard to get to that feat. It's not overnight that she did it. She failed numerous times before, remember? It's not, multiple goals for her. She failed a lot of times. And when asked, do I want to do it again? Do it for 2024? I'm going to think about it because she knew how hard it is to get to that top because someone else is trying to do better than her. Someone else, is not giving up. That other person who she beat is working extra hours now to become number one. That's the thing. And that's why it's hard to stay on top. If you don't remember anything, remember this. Hard work beats talent every single time. I made a note before on a post-it and it said, nobody cares, work harder. And people got so irritated by it. So many people got pissed with my post-it that said, nobody cares, work harder. Like what? Are you supposed to get credit that you're trying your best? Don't be hard on yourself for trying hard. But the thing is, no one cares. No one cares if you're trying. People don't care if you're trying. They only want to see results. That's why hard work will always beat talent every single time. Question of the day. What do you think is something that you're good at that you think you can build up on? Let me know in the comment section.